Hello my creative friends, Olga, Soby here, and welcome to new acrylic pouring video. Today's video is going to be extra special because today I am working on commission for my client Stacy. Stacy is a breast cancer survivor and she commissioned me to create this painting for her in a style of Breaking Through the Limits series, or it's going to be an extension of my Breaking Through the Limits series. Of course, it's very symbolic. And I want to make this painting to really reflect her strength, her courage, and her big victory. So Stacy, this one is for you. And with that being said, let's get started. For the colors, we have agreed to have a lot of soft blue and pinks, a lot of pinks. It's a very spring-like colors, and I think it's perfect because spring, it's a perfect symbol of nature rebirth. And I also want to add some gold as a vital energy of sun. Definitely need some of that in this painting. I have a couple other colors, I will be just mentioning them as I go. And as always, all the color details and links in the description under the video. So let's get started with the base. So I want my base to be blue and my flow is going to be in all shades of pink. I have 5 different pinks here. So let's get started with the base. I have a little bit of pink in my base too. So first let's wipe it out, and then I might also add some blowing on that base. Oh my gosh, this is just beyond beautiful. It's a shame though, because this is exactly where my flow is going to be. I'm probably not gonna keep this gorgeous element, but that's okay. We'll have a lot more of those. So I want to position my flow diagonally for the most part, and I definitely want to create the uprising movement in this flow. It's super important. But here and here in the corners, they're gonna be without the flow. I want to add just a little bit of darker blue to add more dimension and more depth in this area. So far here I have soft blue, turquoise blue, white, and soft pink. And this color here is greenish blue. I like when with tilting it all becomes a little more dynamic and the colors working just much better this way. Okay, the base is done and I must say it looks really beautiful. So let's start adding in the color for the flow. So I have some, as I said, I have some pinks. And to make it a lot more interesting, a lot more dimensional, I'm using some cooler, some darker, lighter to really create that feeling of depth in this flow. So I also have some iridescent colors. Of course, it will help me to create some nice cell reaction. I want this flow to sort of branch out here. I'm gonna be doing the blowout. And next color here is Iridescent Violet Blue. So I'll show it to you. Yeah, it's Iridescent Violet Blue. It does look definitely more something in between pink and violet. It has a touch of blue undertone in it. I love using this color a lot. It has very delicate yet very interesting nature to it when it's dry, because it does look a little more on the blue or violet side depending on the angle of light. So I will show you how it looks when it's dry. And here I want to have a lot of this color. So some gold. I will have some gold in my ring so that I don't want to have a lot of gold inside, more on the outer parts of this beauty. See, I'm adding a lot of paint. I want my flow to be very, very energetic. This last color is Red Violet. It's quite a transparent color, so it will help me achieve some transparency in my layers. It's also a dark color, so I'm using it to create some shades in this flow. Otherwise it will be all just too blended pink, too plain. So to make it more interesting, you need to have at least one color that will be on the darker side. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I have more than enough colors. So what's gonna happen next? I'm gonna first blow out this part, then add the ring element, and then blow out the second part. Looking beautiful. I kind of wanted to have this part more separate, and they blended in together. It's a good thing, you know? But I'm gonna work on this for now, and then I can always come back and work more here. I love how some of the cell reaction begins to pop up. So the ring. I want to try something new today. So the ring part is going to be multicolor because I want to add it at the dimension too. First color that I want to use for my ring is going to be violet, really dark violet. I'm dipping the bottom of it in the paint to make sure it's all nicely and evenly covered. Looking good, and I am gonna go and place it right in the center. I'm gonna give it a slight turn. I'm gonna lift it up. Perfect. So that was, my friends, step number 1. For step number 2, I'm gonna use another color. Next color for my ring is Iridescent. It's another iridescent color. It looks kind of grayish right now, but when it's dry, it has beautiful blue, violet, gray, silver. I don't know, it's such a beautiful mix, but it has this really awesome color to it when it's dry. So this one's called Iridescent Black Blue, but it does have a little bit of violet in it. Placing it slightly over, slightly towards that corner. There will be a step number 3 now. See, I'm wiping the bottom of my ring before each new one. So the final one is going to be gold. I want it to be first rings darker and the top one really lighter and brighter. So I think I'm actually gonna make it gold and a touch of white. Don't go anywhere. And the ring is something that I usually touch up when the painting is dry. If I ever want to make some parts darker or lighter or just more defined. Plus it's fluid paint, it might shift a little bit during the drying. So if it does happen to you, that's completely normal. You can always touch it up when the painting is fully dry. So I mixed my gold with some white, and I actually also want to have some pure gold with it. I don't know, I'm experimenting with it. I really want to make it interesting. placing it not right over, but slightly towards the diagonal. Ta-da! Ah, now it's working. You can see that this ring begins to look a lot more dimensional due to having those rings slightly one over another. I know it might be not super obvious yet, but when it's gonna be dry, I'm gonna touch it up and it's gonna be... Okay, my table's getting pretty messy. Gonna wipe it again, and final part, let's do that final blowout. I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna do small adjustments a little later. I really love this part. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. I see that shine of the gold and iridescent colors. It's gonna be so perfect when it's gonna be dry. So there are a few other things that I want to do in this painting. And you might have noticed that I didn't add the secret message first when I was working on it. And the reason is that I wanted to hide my secret message within the painting. Oh, this is gonna be interesting! So first I wanted to add the symbol, the pink ribbon here. You can see. I don't want it to be like jumping out at you, but I want it to be there. Hiding. I'm hiding a symbol of love. A little heart in here. Again, I want it to be readable, but I don't want it to be... I want it to be blended with the painting. I think this one is so beautiful. I'm gonna stop here. I will be back to do some touch-ups on the dry painting, and then I will show you the fully dry and finished result, so keep watching. And here is this painting all finished and covered with a layer of epoxy resin. This beauty has a very interesting balance between the elegance and strength. Such delicate color palette and super powerful uprising movement in the flow, soft transparency in all the layers of the flow, and sharp contrast of the ring and some of the base. And in all these elements combined, they give this painting such a vital and I would say empowering energy. It's a victory of life. Honestly, I am really proud of this creation. Tell me, how does it make you feel? What do you think about this painting? And as you can tell, of course, I have worked quite a bit on my ring, and at first I wanted to keep it more abstract and fluid as I did it during my painting. But the more I worked on it once the painting was dry, the more it just really led me to more geometrical 3D look. And I absolutely love this appearance. I think it looks really amazing with this painting. I also added some elements of the ring here and here inside of the flow, just to give it more air and emphasize that feel of transparency in it. I really love this section, the center part, with all these layers and transparency and how the colors just fade out from here. And you see that beautiful shine of the color, it changes a little bit against the light. So this is this iridescent violet blue that I was telling you about. This is just a touch of magic that it adds to the overall color palette. The gold, of course, also looks great here, really adds some of that sunshine to the painting. And I also really like my base with all the movement, beautiful lacing. It gives this painting very dynamic feel. And here are my sides. I always get asked a lot about what do I do with my sides, how do I finish them. So as you already know, I previously taped the sides before the painting, and after all done, after epoxy, I remove the tape to keep this beautiful, clean wood sides. Alright, my dear creative and artistic friends, I really hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I'll chat with you in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!